Welcome to the City of Milwaukie Home Energy Score informational webinar. Today we'll be providing an overview of the Milwaukie Home Energy Score program, which starts on October 1st, 2020. More information about the Milwaukie Home Energy Score program, as well as a recording of today's webinar, can be found online by visiting the Milwaukie Home Energy Score pages on the Sustainability website. If you have questions following today's webinar about Home Energy Score, please email homeenergyscore@milwaukieoregon.gov or call 503-786-7688. Today we'll be hosting this webinar over Zoom. Today's webinar will be recorded and available online. Please enter questions into the chat box to be answered at the end of the presentation. Please keep your microphones muted during the presentation, and thank you for being here. In today's webinar, we'll start by introducing the Milwaukie Climate Action Plan and the community's climate goals, as well as how home energy efficiency helps us achieve those goals. Next, we'll learn what a home energy score is and how it's created. We'll then cover the basics of a home energy score program and learn who needs a home energy score and when a home energy score is needed. Finally, I'll show you some resources that may help you in the home energy score process. Exploration into home energy score started with the Milwaukie Climate Action Plan. The Climate Action Plan, or CAP, was designed with the help of a Climate Action Steering Committee consisting of community members and representatives from local businesses, utilities, and technical experts. The city also received feedback from residents from surveys and a large Climate Action Summit to solidify the plan, which was adopted unanimously by Council in October of 2018. The CAP established the major climate goals for Milwaukie, which were recently accelerated by Climate Emergency Declaration in January of 2020. By 2030, Milwaukie will be net zero emissions from electricity, by 2035, net zero emissions from all building energy, and by 2045, Milwaukie will be a carbon neutral community. The CAP outlines 53 city-led actions to achieve these goals, addressing multiple sources of emissions in the community. In the 2016 Greenhouse Gas Inventory, building energy was identified as the largest emissions sector in the community, with 18% of the community's emissions coming from the residential energy use. In the climate planning process, a residential energy scoring and disclosure program was identified as a potential solution to decrease emissions and achieve the goals outlined in the Climate Action Plan. If you're interested in learning more about the Climate Action Plan and the other city-led actions to be explored and implemented in the future, visit MilwaukeeClimateAction.com. Carbon emissions from residential energy use can be lowered in a few ways. We can lower emissions by cleaning up the grid through carbon-free energy like solar and wind, which the city is exploring with our local utility. Or, even easier, we can use energy wisely by making our homes more energy efficient. Energy efficiency is when you have the same amount of energy do more for you and your home. Examples include insulating your home and keeping heat or cool air in, using LEDs, which require less electricity, or choosing appliances that run on less energy overall. But homes are complicated, and the combination of fuel types like electricity, natural gas, wood, or oil, as well as the different efficiencies and ages of appliances in the home, make it difficult to understand a total home's energy use and explain it to others. Since the two homes and their occupants are rarely alike, it's just as difficult trying to compare the energy usage and efficiency of multiple buildings. Knowing the efficiency and energy usage of a home is important for both tenants and homeowners, as well as potential home buyers needing to estimate future costs. An energy inefficient home can increase energy bills, while an energy efficient home can lead to energy bill savings. Lowering home energy use is the most cost-effective way to save on energy bills, as well as save on carbon emissions. For these reasons and more, it's important to know how much energy a home uses. But how do we get a good assessment and fair comparison of home energy usage? That's where home energy scores come in. The home energy score is a simple, comparable, and data-driven way to evaluate a home's energy usage. Developed by the U.S. Department of Energy and its national laboratories, the Home Energy Score provides directly comparable and credible information about a home's energy use. It looks at a home's assets, the mechanical and built features of a home, like insulation, windows, furnaces, and water heaters, to estimate how much energy a home uses. The more efficient those assets are, the less energy a home will typically use. It's important to note that a home energy score doesn't look at an occupant's behavior or electrical bills to determine energy use. That's because a family of 5 will usually use more energy than a single individual, and it would be hard to make a fair comparison for 2 homes. Instead, a home energy assessor will gather over 50 data points about a home's assets to calculate a score that ranges from 1 to 10. While the average home in the Portland metro area is about a 4, almost every home, including historic homes, can reach a 10. Even if this sounds complicated, it's simpler than a full home energy audit. That's because a home energy score is intended to be comparable and more affordable to perform. While the U.S. Department of Energy developed and manages the scoring methodology, the Oregon Department of Energy partners with the U.S. Department of Energy to manage quality assurance and assessor training. This allows communities like Milwaukie to work with the Department of Energy to start home energy programs of their own. Let's look a little closer at the report that a home energy score assessment creates. The Home Energy Score report is a 2-page quick reference sheet on the energy usage of the home and contains plenty of useful information for homeowners, sellers, and buyers. It can be thought of like a miles per gallon assessment when looking to buy a car, or a nutrition label on packaged food in the grocery store. On the report, you can find information about the home, including the address, the home energy score from 1 to 10. You see that at the top of the page in navy, as well as under the Better Buildings logo. The estimated annual energy costs using current utility rates in the region, and that's at the top right corner. Energy breakdown by fuel type, including electricity, natural gas, oil, and wood. Additionally, you'll see if solar energy is generated at the home, which will also reduce the estimated energy costs in the upper right corner. The carbon footprint of the home, broken down by fuel type, and information about the assessment and the assessor. New construction homes getting a home energy score based on plans or design schematics will only have this first page, but existing homes receiving an assessment will have a second page that contains priority improvements. These priority improvements have an estimated 10-year return on investment, and additional energy improvements that can be made to the home to improve the score. At the top, the sheet will show what score improvements and savings could be seen if those improvements are taken effect. So you can see why this information would be helpful when living in a home, especially if you have planned or are planning on making future improvements and are more budget conscious for energy spending. Because the home energy score requires a pretty detailed data and information to calculate a score, only qualified home energy score assessors who are certified by the state can perform home energy score assessments in Milwaukie. This ensures that they are participating in the quality assurance audits and reviews that the state and their contractors are performing on the home energy score programs and reports. There are many home energy score assessors to choose from in the Portland-Milwaukie area, and we encourage you to shop around to find an assessor that will meet your needs. For more information on home energy score assessors, including a list of current assessors to contact, as well as information on becoming certified to become an assessor, visit the Oregon Department of Energy Home Energy Score website or the Earth Advantage website linked here. Another feature of certified assessors is the ability to link the Green Building Registry to generate reports. The Green Building Registry is a public database where you can access your own report as well as the reports of other homes in the region. You can visit the Green Building Registry at us.greenbuildingregistry.com. If you have questions on accessing these resources, feel free to contact us at the city. I'll have this contact information at the end of the presentation for your reference. So now that we know that managing residential energy usage is essential for the city to achieve our climate goals, and that a home energy score is a quick and informational resource on a home's energy use, let's dive into details on the Milwaukie Home Energy Score program. The Milwaukee Home Energy Score program was adopted in January of 2020 after a Home Energy Score Community Forum was held in 2019 and after multiple council discussions. The program takes effect on October 1st, 2020. The Home Energy Score program requires that homes listed for sale on or after October 1st must disclose a Home Energy Score and report. The listing and any public advertisement of the home, such as a Redfin or Zillow advertisement or a Craigslist post, must have a Home Energy Score and a link to the report. Real estate agents and licensees can easily link the Home Energy Score report to RMLS, the Regional Listing Service. For sale by owner homes need to have a Home Energy Score linked as well on any advertisement of the home. The Home Energy Score is required at a time of listing, allowing potential buyers the opportunity to access the information in their home shopping experience. This also helps home sellers to advertise improvements made in the home and provides real estate licensees with more information when discussing the home with buyers. So, if you're selling your home and you're publicly advertising or listing the home for sale, you need to get and disclose a Home Energy Score when you list it. And you can see in the orange arrow in this image on the slide where that Home Energy Score link would appear on a home listing. Only certain building types need to get a Home Energy Score. Only homes that are publicly listed for sale within the City of Milwaukie tax limits are required to have a Home Energy Score. I'll share a resource to check if your home is within the city limits at the end of this presentation. Single-dwelling detached homes need a Home Energy Score, as do townhomes and row houses, as long as they own the space from the foundation to the roof and are listed as a residential property. New constructions also need a Home Energy Score, even if they aren't built by the time of listing. A Home Energy Score report can be generated based on plans, designs, and assets. Visit the Oregon Department of Energy Home Energy Score page to find an assessor who could perform these assessments. Buildings that do not need a Home Energy Score for listings are mobile homes, detached ADUs, accessory dwelling units, stacked condos, or commercial properties such as apartment complexes. So let's say you're selling your home and you need to get a Home Energy Score. How do you get one? Well, it's really easy. First, visit the Oregon Department of Energy page or go straight to the Earth Advantage page linked here to find a list of Oregon certified assessors. We recommend calling a few assessors to ask about rates, availability, and workflow to ensure that you find an assessor that meets your needs. Next, schedule your home assessment. Many Home Energy Score assessors can schedule an assessment within the week or even a few days. Once your assessor visits the home and generates a report, which usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour, they will share with you a link to your report. They will also automatically load this information onto the Green Building Registry, so you can access it there as well. If you're working with a real estate licensee, share this link and report with them to upload onto the home listing. If you're selling your own home, include the link and score on any home advertisement. Double check that your Home Energy Score is on your listing. As the regulated party, it is the seller's responsibility to ensure that it's there. Print some copies of the Home Energy Score report to have available at any home open house or showing. Your real estate licensee should be able to do this for you. And that's all that's needed. We encourage you to read your report and explore the recommended improvements, but that's not required. I'll share some resources with you to help you in your energy research. There are some exemptions to the Home Energy Score program if the sale of the home is due to a situation of financial distress or if the building is unsafe to enter. You may qualify for an exemption if the home sale is a pre-foreclosure being sold under the appraised value of the home, if it's a trustee's sale, a deed in lieu of foreclosure sale, or if the home is condemned. You must submit an application to qualify for an exemption. The exemption application is available online at the Milwaukie Home Energy Score web pages. If you're submitting an exemption application, you need to include documentation of the reason for exemption. This documentation will be verified by a staff member but will not be stored. When submitting an application or documentation, please redact any confidential information such as bank or social security numbers. Homeowners may also qualify for free home energy scores through the Milwaukie Home Energy Score Low Income Assistance Program with Community Energy Project. Sellers with a household income of less than 80% of the Portland Metro average median income can call Community Energy Project, a local nonprofit, to qualify and schedule a home energy score assessment. Their contact information is here on the page. Community Energy Project will walk the seller through the process and will maintain a private process, only sharing the address and score with the city. For more information, visit Milwaukie Home Energy Score web pages to the Low Income Assistance Program page. The Milwaukie Home Energy Score web pages will contain many helpful resources, but here are some of the main ones that I'd like to feature. Information for homeowners, industry professionals, exemption application, low income assistance, and more can be found on the Home Energy Score pages shown here. Visit milwaukieoregon.gov/sustainability to visit those pages. You can also visit the Milwaukie Maps and Apps page to access the mapping portal that has the address lookup tool to see if a home is within Milwaukee city limits and requires a home energy score. The Energy Trust of Oregon is another helpful resource, especially if you're looking to make energy efficiency improvements in your home. They have low and no cost tips and tricks, incentives, and guides for selecting energy efficient assets. You should also visit the Green Building Registry shown on the right, as it's helpful for regional comparison and to access your own home's home energy score report. These resources, this presentation, and other helpful information can all be found on the Home Energy Score web pages. If you have questions about Milwaukee's Home Energy Score program, you can reach us at homeenergyscore@milwaukieoregon.gov, or you can call us at 503-786-7688. Thank you so much for listening.